Hi friends, I'm Arungu Delhi. Today I'm super excited to talk about a shiny new feature in csharp 14 that just landed with .NET 10 Preview 2, the field keyword. Now I know what you are thinking, it's just a keyword, right? But trust me, it's a small change that makes a big difference when writing cleaner and more expressive code. So let's dive into what the field keyword is and why it is awesome and how we can start using it right now. So before csharp 14, if you wanted to add some logic to your property like checking if a string is null, you had to declare a backing field manually. Here is what that code looked like. Private string underscore message. This is the manually declared backing field that actually stores the value. The get simply returns the store value and the set accessories add null checking logic. Functionally, it's correct. You get logic inside your property. Clean and modern? Not really. It's verbose, requires an extra field, and adds naming repetition. You are duplicating names, underscore message and message, and it breaks the simplicity of auto properties, which were designed to avoid exactly these kind of situations. With csharp 14, you can now use a new field keyword in your properties read and write section to reference a hidden variable that compiler generate. This is especially useful when you want to include a logic in a property but don't want to declare a private field manually. Let's take a look at how this makes your codes cleaner and simpler. The line with the get is the read part of the property. It works just like any auto property. The compilers create a hidden variable to store the value. In the set, we are adding a null check, and if everything looks good, we assign it using field. Here is the cool part. Instead of declaring a private variable like underscore message, we just use field. The field keyword is contextual, which means it works only inside get, set, init blocks of a property. No need to manually write a private field. You still get to add logic like validation. Your code stays clean and expressive and easy to maintain. It's like getting best of both worlds, automation and control. Let's see an example where we add logic to both reading and writing sets of a property. When reading the value, we only return if it is greater than 18. And when writing the new value, we made sure it is greater than 0 before assigning it. And again, no private field is needed here. We use field keyword and the compiler handles the storage for us. Sometimes you might already have a variable named field in your code, either as a local variable or even a class field. Now that csharp 14 introduces the contextual field keyword for auto properties, what happens when both exist in the same scope? In this segment, I will show you how to use both your field variable and the compiler's field keyword without causing confusions or error using example and clear solution. Let's take a practical example where there is already a variable named field in the scope and we want to use it alongside with csharp 14's new contextual field keyword. So if you want to use your own variable named field inside a property and you must refer it using @field. This tells the compilers I mean the variable I declared, not the compiler generated backing field. So static into field equal to 3. This is a variable named field in the outer program class. Since employee is a nested class, it can access that static field. Inside the set block of the name property, field equal to on the left hand side refers to the compiler generated backing field for the name, and @field on the right hand side refers to the static variable from program which holds the value 3. This line checks if the name is longer than 3 characters. If it is assigned to the backing field. Otherwise, an exception is thrown. Let's take another example. This time we have a class level field. If you want to use your own class level field named field inside a property, you can refer it using either this.field or @field. Both option works. This.field refers to the class level variable declared above which holds a value 18. Field equal to on the left hand refers to the compiler generated backing field for the age property. So it says only assign the new value to the property if it is greater than the current field value. By using this.field, you are being explicit and avoiding any naming ambiguity. So use @field to refer local variable and use this.field or @field to refer class level fields, and use plain field only inside property logic get, set, init to reference the compiler generated backing field. To keep things clean and readable, it is usually best to avoid naming your variable field unless you really need to. Keep this in mind when using the field keyword. It only works inside the read or write blocks of an auto property get, set, init. If your logic is too complex or if it uses external variable, the compiler might not create a backing field. You cannot use field inside methods, constructor or outside of a property. And also it works only in csharp 14. So make sure your project has a language version set to preview. The introduction of the field keyword may seem like a minor change, but it's a beautiful addition that reinforces C# commitment to clean and expressive code. If you are exploring .NET 10, definitely try this out. And if this video has helped you, like, subscribe and leave a comment with how you are planning to use this field keyword in your code. Until next time, happy coding.